Marth. Colored Marth.
The purple.
Eeny, meeny, miny. That one. Alright. Good stuff. And the second tag, if you could be so kind.
He doesn't.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have a tag. Who you got?
Ali.
Ali. Or Kuwait? Full Kuwait?
Yeah, KWT. We're starting this match off with Yousef already in disadvantage. Okay.
Unfortunately, Yousef, and we've been eating a lot more tippers, as I've seen previously from alikwt versus Taka, is that alikwt knows exactly when to sort of push his offense and when to sort of space back.
Exactly.
Yousef having the option to have a lot more bombs at his disposal makes it so that it's much more difficult for alikwt to sort of get his lead.
Yeah, I agree. But the thing with Yousef is he likes to shield a lot and parry, and that's something that Ali has to play around.
Gotcha.
He can't go for the shield breaks.
As you sort of see though, as you sort of saw there, Snake definitely has a lot of kill power as well, taking a stock at around like 90%.
Surprisingly, Let's Trapping, the Let's Trapper himself.
Yeah, exactly. If there's anyone who can put you on pressure and make you feel with the weight of being off stage, it would be Snake. Right now, it's any percentage that Yousef sort of puts at the moment is going to be moving on to the second stock, going into the third stock, and possibly even maybe exactly. Well said. Right now, he's trying to go for a lot more of the riskier nairs. But as you can sort of see,
Ali has nothing to do.
Pretty much. I mean, anything now, any more percent that he sort of builds is just icing on the cake, basically.
Now we have a Let's Trap situation.
But I mean, fighting his way back, literally trying to...
really good platform control.
Something that I've noticed a lot from alikwt is that he's really good at sort of spacing himself with those down tilts. Down tilts is definitely one of Marth's get off me tools, as well as nice to sort of get the opponent into much more of a tech chase situation.
And to understand what the opponent likes to do.
Yeah, exactly.
For example, do they like to jump out of shield? Do they like to roll the down tilt? Wow.
Nikita covering that edge. Literal 2-frame. That's crazy. Footstools. Yo, you've seen it here first. 21%. What was that?
I think he wanted to F2.
That's crazy. To be perfectly honest, if he did spot dodge, I'm pretty sure that would have been able to catch it.
Yeah, and kill.
50? Man, that's a very hard bargain to say for myself.
Oh, they're just trading 50 hits that just don't work.
It's really funny because whenever I think about Smash Ultimate, there's one thing that I do remember prominently is that playing neutral is very, very important in this game. Spacing back and forth and making sure that the right buttons connect right what the opponent thinks that they're not going to commit. But right now, almost a lot of the games that we've been playing and a lot of the people over at the GCC sort of seem to emphasize is a lot more head-to-head competitive brawling.
Exactly, yeah.
Everyone seems to be getting in each other's faces.
Nice.
And speaking of getting in a face, gets the landing of Marth's forward there. Kicks in the box.
Ali has been landing with forwarders a lot, and he caught on at the end.
Good stuff. And again, for what it's worth, a lot of Marth's moves are definitely not the laggiest things in the world, but especially when it's on shield, Snake has a lot of options to sort of punish accordingly.
Especially with that frame 6 up top.
Where do you think they're going to be going now? Or do you think we're going to be seeing more of the same?
I think they're going to gently back to battle. They both love the stage.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Three. Still three. Right now, okay, let's talk about something else. What do you think alikwt sort of has to do in order to adapt towards Snake's offense?
Alright. I think his gameplay in general, he needs to change from his game plan of just down tilting and hook, and he should add short hops to it.
Another layer.
Yes, because what he's doing is he keeps full hopping, and it's you can easily tell what he's going to do.
It's pretty linear, especially when it comes to an offense.
Yeah, because he's a very floaty character.
Gotcha.
And mix up with fastballs now.
Going into the second game right now, if you sort of see that, like, I think Ali sort of heard on to what you've been saying, because he's been showing a lot more of an offensive playstyle, getting in with a lot more of the F-tilts, and I think I'm pretty sure I saw him like a fastball nair right at the start there. Let's see, that is a sticky on his head.
Right on his head.
There's anything, I didn't even notice the point that he put on the C4 until I saw him pull out his hand. And right when you see the dot on Marth's jeweled crown, I just said, wait a minute. Marth never had a ruby on his forehead. All right, pretty even game so far, but as you guys can sort of see, Yousef is sort of pushing the lead that he has right now, trying to get alikwt into a little bit more of a... Pretty much. But I'm pretty sure one thing that alikwt needs to sort of emphasize is the tipper mechanics on lots of Marth, because that's the thing that you sort of need in order to get Snake off stage. Because once Snake gets off stage, that's when you can sort of exploit a lot of his approach options and a lot of his landing options as well, if you can catch my drift.
Really close to hitting the edge. Yeah, he's playing Marth just like it's routine. That's just not hot.
You see,
Oh, see, there we go.
that's the tipper. There you go. 150% to even Snake, as heavy as he is. Mubi managed to get set off to the side.
Especially tipper.
Two grenades into an up air. That's ridiculous. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Set up from the beginning.
That would be Giga Brain. That would be Giga Brain if that was the case. But to be perfectly honest, there's one thing I didn't expect is that it didn't kill. He's at 110%. That is a lot of percent that he did take in that one interaction, but he definitely needs to figure out a way to sort of seal this off because alikwt is sort of running away with this right now.
Yeah, he's finding a way to land. I don't think that Nikita was intentional, but he got enough.
To be perfectly honest, it delayed his forward there enough to the point where Snake managed to turn around and hit him with an up tilt, which is really strange.
Give him time to react.
To be fair, even if that Nikita was not intentional, it definitely worked out in his favor still. Right now,
that's something you notice with Yousef is he does things and then he thinks later.
sometimes you have to play on instinct.
Exactly.
Sometimes you gotta play on instinct.
Even though it's a misinput.
Come on. You know what's not an input? This edge guarding situation is alikwt sort of puts him back on stage with a dolphin slash. I'm assuming he wanted to get a little bit more of the meteor hitbox.
Yeah.
But as you could sort of see, that Snake trying to recover after getting sent off stage tries to go for the again. It's a real shame because every time you sort of see it not a tipper, you think deep to yourself like yeah. But again, I appreciate the effort. I appreciate the sticking to your guns mentality. No. It's Snake. It's Snake. Yeah, you know, sometimes tournament nerve definitely plays a little bit of an intuitive.
He has the lead.
100%.
He doesn't want to get forward.
210% on Snake right now. Definitely. Any touch, sort of like a lot of Snake's low percentage combos are probably off the table right now.
Yeah.
But you know what's not off the table? Snake's second stock because that thing's out of here.
Yeah.
That thing's not even in the same game that we're playing right now.
Wow, he just grenaded out of the
You know, it's one of Snake's craziest defensive options, to be perfectly honest, is the ability to sort of pull a grenade out of a disadvantaged situation and sort of reset the plane. And you sort of see that Yousef has been using that really effectively, not doing it unless he absolutely has to in order to sort of get alikwt off of him.
Yeah. That option, the pulling out grenades, it's good for people who are doing strings.
Gotcha.
They're doing combos that aren't really true.
Yeah, but it just so happened that these moves sort of combo into themselves naturally. But it gives someone a frame one option like a Marth Dolphin Slash, then all of a sudden you get much more of a diverse sort of combo game going, where it's a much more baiting and punishing. Which is exactly going back into the original comment I made about
It looks
brawling.
like they're dancing around each other.
Yeah, neutral game is very important, especially when it comes to Smash, because again, these platforms sort of make the difference when it comes to people's approach, and you can sort of see he's literally playing an obstacle course right now. This obstacle course is definitely deadly, as any single one of these bombs, any single one of these grenades, any explosion could potentially take alikwt second stock right now. But alikwt trying to fish for a lot of those tippers. He hits him with an up air tipper, pushing Yousef towards the edge.
Now we have a ledge trap situation. Let's see what he does.
Full jumps. Air dodges down.
Wow.
Very interesting situation. All right, alikwt now on
nice back
the deepest back
He
air.
really wanted to hit that down tilt so he can start
His own chain, but good awareness from Yousef to sort of understand that that's what alikwt is sort of going for, and Matt successfully managing to short hot over it and like get the back air. What is it?
okay. He did down air.
Oh my god. I'm pretty sure that was a challenge. I'm pretty sure that was basically... Probably, but you know what I think it is?
We'll change. 1-1.
Alright, currently right now we have one game coming up from both of these players, as both of them... What's up? Alright, you seem to be striking stages. Now, if I could be perfectly honest, I'm pretty sure Snake struggles a lot when it comes to platforms, or more specifically, stages where it would be harder for him to set up for his bombs. Platforms is definitely not the right call there, mainly because I misinterpreted it like the placement of the bombs. Like, let's say hypothetically, what is the stage that Snake struggles with?
Snake struggles on?
Yeah.
I play FD.
FD is pretty large, I'm assuming, so it definitely gives the opponent a lot more room to run around.
Platforms are actually pretty good for Snake.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, that was a wrong fact over on my end. Yeah,
because he can do a swat of universe.
Exactly. Placing C4s on platforms that can hit from underneath.
He can do like a C4 on the platform and then throw them onto it at mid-percent. Pretty good.
Well, we have two platforms on small battlefield right now, as they both seem to be going there, but currently right now, Yousef2AT is putting on the pressure with those dash attacks, trying to fight back a lot more of the aggressive styles that alikwt sort of been putting on the menu in a back air. Is that gonna...
He set up a grenade so that...
Ooh, that read the get in! 95% on alikwt. This is a perfect stop right now for Yousef, which is definitely very different from a lot more of the trading playstyle that he's been having over the last few games, yeah. And again, these dash attacks are putting in so much work. alikwt is not ready for them.
He didn't actually aim for Marth, he aimed for the stage.
On top of him, that sort of caught him on the way back.
Exactly.
That's That's crazy. Good stuff coming up from Yousef. An incredible awareness. alikwt needs to be putting on some pressure right now because it seems like Yousef's running away with it.
It's going to be tough to do that because he can just spam grenades now and they can trade.
And that's just extra percent. It's just a lead that keeps building and building if alikwt doesn't figure out a way to sort of shift the momentum back in his favor. See, that grenade trade, putting alikwt at a 43%, that is a low percentage combo right now.
That entire damage that Marth received for this stock was just grenades.
Yes, pretty much, and that is almost half of a stock, if to be perfectly honest. And again, let's say I'm not entirely sure myself, but at what percentage would you think that Snake up tilt would? Oh, never mind. I was about to say, yeah.
I'd say around 75 to 80, depending on rage.
Yeah, I was just about to say, with all that rage that he had on deck, that would have been pretty deadly for a little bit more percentage on alikwt. But that forward tilt sort of was exactly what he needed in order to sort of put the game back in a lot more of a even stalemate, should I say so myself. But right now, there's nothing even.
Getting back.
And it's really strange for like such a clean first stock that Yousef sort of had. He brought it back really well into the second stock. Like, he's currently in a bit of a deficit when it comes to percentage, but right now he's putting on the pressure that Yousef is not sort of prepared for. Oh my goodness, those were the double B! Right. Tries to recover high.
Right, now Snake's above. It's
now time to fish. It's now time to fish, more specifically than anything. Right now we got alikwt trying his best to sort of pressure, but like I mentioned previously, Yousef is really good at setting up that wall. The wall that keeps trying to push in with grenades, with Rakitas, with C4s. And just like that, the back air, nice back air. Professional. Nice. We got the professional commentary. All right. 126%. Oh, tries to go for the shield break.
It doesn't break unless you hit him with any move.
Gotcha.
Like if you hit a shield with just a jab or a forwarder,
then it will shield break. It's really strange because for the longest time I never really understood how shield breakers work in this game. Is this universal?
For Marth, yes.
Oh, okay. Specifically for Marth, not necessarily something that you can sort of branch out for the rest of it. Yeah, true. They do share a lot of similar.
His neutral B itself is a shield break.
Yeah, and I think that's the name of the move. Yeah. What was that?
Grenade into the up smash.
Into the up smash that sort of he got hit out of it, which is the strangest part.
And the grenade was on the left side of the platform. Really far away from the up smash, but he managed to make it work.
And he's currently going for 4, 5, 6 different down tilts. Sort of trying to.
He doesn't want to get up tilted.
To be fair, you don't have to. What was that? That is such a good option. Good approach from the board. That threw me off. The forwarder in the middle of the stage. That's incredible. Good option.
You hit both commentators as well. You got hit there.
That is incredible. To be perfectly honest, I don't think anyone